What happens when Jungkook makes a move toward Jimin? The moment feels almost too sweet to ignore, and then Jimin suddenly pulls away. That is exactly the kind of moment that can send the entire Jikook fandom into chaos. Because during the imagined Baltimore Soundcheck Day 2, what looked like a tiny interaction between Jimin and Jungkook suddenly became the center of attention. Jungkook appeared ready to close the distance. Jimin seemed to realize what was happening, and then came the unexpected reaction that nobody saw coming. Jimin pulled away, and just like that, one tiny moment became a massive question. Are Jikook in danger? Hey everyone, welcome back. If you're here because you love those unforgettable Jimin and Jungkook moments, you've definitely come to the right place. Welcome to Jikook Verse, the place where we take a closer look at the chemistry, the little gestures, the playful tension, and those moments between Jimin and Jungkook that can make an entire fandom stop scrolling. And today, we have one seriously interesting moment to talk about. Because Baltimore Soundcheck Day 2 brought a moment that looked playful on the surface, but the reaction from Jimin made everything feel completely different. Jungkook seemed to move closer to Jimin. For a second, it looked like he might be going for a kiss. But Jimin, he pulled away. Now, if you've been following Jimin and Jungkook for a long time, you already know why a tiny reaction like that can become such a huge topic. With these two, sometimes it isn't the biggest gesture that gets people talking. Sometimes it's one glance, one step closer, one laugh, or one sudden movement in the opposite direction. And this particular moment had all of those ingredients. The atmosphere was already energetic during soundcheck. The two were surrounded by the familiar excitement of the crowd, the stage lights, the music, and thousands of fans waiting to see what would happen next. Soundcheck has always been a different kind of environment from the actual concert. There's usually more room for playful interactions, casual movements, teasing, and spontaneous moments. And that is exactly why this moment felt so unexpected. Jungkook appeared to lean toward Jimin. It was subtle. It happened quickly. But in the world of Jikook, subtle does not mean unnoticed. Fans immediately imagined the possibility that Jungkook was trying to steal a kiss from Jimin. And then Jimin moved away. That was the moment everything changed. For a second, it created the perfect combination of romance and comedy. Jungkook looked like the one who was ready to make the bold move. Jimin looked like the one who suddenly decided, absolutely not. And honestly, that contrast is what made the moment so entertaining. Imagine the scene. Jungkook closes the distance. Jimin notices. There's a split second where everyone expects something to happen, and then Jimin pulls away. The entire mood changes instantly. It is the kind of moment where you almost want to replay the scene just to understand what happened. Was Jimin teasing Jungkook? Was he simply caught off guard? Was Jungkook being playful? Or was Jimin deliberately making Jungkook work a little harder for that attention? That is where the fun begins. Because the beauty of a moment like this is that it does not need a dramatic conversation to become memorable. A simple movement can create an entire universe of speculation. And for Jikook fans, that universe is already spinning. The phrase Jikook in danger suddenly feels almost perfect for the situation, but not necessarily because something serious happened. Instead, it feels like Jikook are in danger of becoming even more chaotic. Jungkook seemed confident. Jimin seemed unpredictable. And together, that combination is exactly what keeps fans watching. There is also something incredibly charming about the reversal. Usually, when people imagine a romantic moment between two people, they expect the person moving closer to be the one who gets the reaction they want. But Jimin apparently had other plans. He pulled away. And suddenly, Jungkook was left on the other side of the moment. It gives the whole interaction a playful push-and-pull energy. One moment feels soft, the next feels teasing, then suddenly there is distance. And somehow, that distance makes the moment even more interesting. For fans watching from the crowd, it would have been almost impossible not to react. Because everyone loves a moment where the expected ending does not happen. Jungkook moving toward Jimin creates anticipation. Jimin pulling away destroys the expectation. And that unexpected twist is exactly what makes a moment go viral in fandom spaces. But there is another reason this kind of interaction feels so romantic. It is the familiarity. Jimin and Jungkook have spent years sharing stages, rehearsals, performances, interviews, travel schedules, and countless unpredictable situations. Their comfort with one another often creates moments that feel effortless. That is why even something as simple as standing close together can become memorable. There is history behind the interaction, there is familiarity behind the teasing, and there is an ease that makes fans curious about every little gesture. In Baltimore, the atmosphere only amplified that feeling. The crowd was excited, the stage was alive, and the two were surrounded by the energy that comes with performing in front of thousands of people. Yet somehow, the attention shifted toward one tiny interaction. Jungkook, Jimin, a move closer, and then Jimin pulling away. That is all it took. And honestly, sometimes the smallest moments create the biggest reactions. What makes it even more entertaining is imagining Jungkook's reaction after Jimin moved away. Did he laugh? Did he look surprised? Did he pretend nothing happened? Or did he simply continue as if the attempted moment had never existed? That kind of playful confidence is exactly what fans love. Because if Jimin was going to make Jungkook chase the moment, Jungkook could always try again. And that is where the imaginary romance becomes even sweeter. Maybe Jimin pulling away was not rejection at all. Maybe it was teasing. Maybe it was the classic move of making someone wait just a little longer. There is something undeniably charming about that dynamic. Jungkook reaches, Jimin retreats. Jungkook stays close, Jimin smiles, and suddenly the tension becomes more entertaining than the kiss itself ever could have been. Sometimes the almost moment is more powerful than the actual moment, because the audience gets to imagine what could have happened. That is exactly what happened here. The possibility became bigger than the action, and once fans noticed it, there was no way they were going to ignore it. Social media would explode with slow motion clips, screenshots, dramatic captions, and endless debates over what exactly Jungkook was trying to do. Some fans would probably be laughing, others would be screaming at their screens, and some would immediately declare that Jikook were officially in danger. But the funniest part, Jimin would probably remain completely unbothered. That is one of the most entertaining parts of this imagined moment. Jungkook appears ready to make the romantic move. Jimin simply decides to move away. No dramatic explanation, no long conversation, just one tiny movement. And suddenly the balance of power changes. Jimin wins, Jungkook loses, at least for that particular second. And fans get the entertainment of watching the two of them create another unforgettable moment without needing anything complicated. This is also why soundcheck moments can feel so special. The stage environment is often more relaxed. Artists can interact with the crowd more naturally. There is room for jokes, spontaneous reactions, and playful exchanges that might not happen during a carefully choreographed performance. That freedom creates moments that feel personal. And when Jimin and Jungkook are involved, fans naturally pay attention. Every glance can become a headline. Every smile can become a debate. Every step closer can become a viral clip. And apparently, every step backward can become just as powerful. Jimin pulling away does not necessarily make the moment less romantic. In a strange way, it makes it more memorable. Because romance is not always about getting what you want immediately. Sometimes it is about the tension, the anticipation, the teasing, the moment before something happens, and then the unexpected twist. That is what makes this Baltimore moment so entertaining. Jungkook seemed ready, Jimin said, not so fast. And the entire Jikook universe collectively lost its mind. But perhaps the sweetest part is the idea that their chemistry does not depend on one specific gesture. A kiss does not have to happen for the connection between two people to feel entertaining. Sometimes a look is enough. Sometimes a laugh is enough. Sometimes one person leaning closer while the other playfully moves away tells an entire story without a single word. And that is exactly the energy surrounding this moment. There is no need to force it. There is no need to make it bigger than it is. The fun is simply watching two familiar personalities bounce off each other. Jungkook being bold, Jimin being unpredictable, and fans being completely unable to look away. Baltimore Soundcheck Day 2 suddenly has another unforgettable Jikook moment attached to it. And if this is what happens when Jungkook tries to get closer, fans might want to prepare themselves for whatever happens next. Because Jimin pulling away once does not mean the game is over. If anything, it makes the teasing even more interesting. Maybe Jungkook will try again. Maybe Jimin will tease him again. Maybe they will both laugh and move on. Or maybe another unexpected moment will happen when nobody is prepared for it. That uncertainty is exactly what keeps fandom conversations alive. And for Jikook fans, that little moment in Baltimore becomes another reminder of why their interactions can be so entertaining. 1 second, everything looks sweet. The next second, everything turns chaotic. And somewhere in the middle, Jimin and Jungkook manage to make thousands of people completely lose their minds. So, is Jikook really in danger? Well, if by danger we mean Jimin has suddenly become impossible for Jungkook to catch, then maybe yes. But if anything, this playful moment only makes their dynamic more intriguing. Jungkook came closer. Jimin pulled away. And instead of ending the moment, that reaction made everyone want to see what happens next. That is the magic of a good almost moment. It leaves you wanting another one. And perhaps that is exactly why Baltimore Soundcheck Day 2 gave Jikook fans something they will keep talking about. Not because everything went perfectly, but because it did not. Sometimes the sweetest moments are messy, unexpected, and completely unpredictable. Sometimes one person reaches for the other and gets teased instead. And sometimes the person who pulls away ends up becoming the center of attention. Jimin certainly knows how to create that kind of moment. And Jungkook, he may have just discovered that getting close to Jimin is not always as easy as it looks. But maybe that is what makes the whole thing so fun. The chase, the teasing, the smiles, the unexpected reactions. The tiny moments that happen between the big moments. Baltimore was already filled with music, excitement, and anticipation. But for Jikook fans, one playful interaction may have stolen the spotlight. Jungkook tried to get closer. Jimin pulled away. And suddenly, everyone had one question on their minds. What is going to happen the next time Jungkook tries? For now, all we can say is that the Jikook chaos is far from over. And if Baltimore Soundcheck Day 2 was any indication, the next unexpected moment could be even more unforgettable. Thank you for staying with us here on Jikook Verse. If this moment made you smile, confused you, or had you replaying the scene in your head, then you already know exactly why these two continue to create so much excitement among fans. Keep watching, keep supporting Jimin and Jungkook, and most importantly, keep enjoying those little moments that make every performance feel special. Because sometimes, the moment that almost happens becomes the one nobody ever forgets. And this Baltimore moment, it definitely left Jikook fans wondering what comes next.